Hey, good morning, peeps. It's the Reluctant Chef. I am coming live because I was showing the Rapid Prep Mandoline in my virtual party, and I was showing the differences between a French fry cut and a julienne cut, or a thinner cut. So I'm actually going to feed this back through here because I am going to make myself a little bit of home fries, and we're going to be putting it in our cast iron skillet. And I'm going to be making a nice little base, and then I'm going to use my manual food processor, and I'm going to put a dozen eggs in there. I'm going to put some broccoli and some other vegetables, and I'm going to make a little frittata. So a frittata, you start with your food on the top of the stove, and you finish it off inside the stove so that it makes your eggs nice, light, and fluffy. So what we're going to do is we're going to saute some garlic in our cast iron skillet. And if you guys haven't seen this Rapid Prep Mandoline in action, as you can tell, like, you can do 3 potatoes in like 30 seconds. So you can make homemade French fries in your air fryer or in your oven. You can julienne carrots, or if you put your potatoes back through, look at that, perfect like hash brown home fry size. So it's like shredded without all the work of having to like use your arms and shred, although probably not a bad idea if I'm gonna have to use my arms, right? I went to the gym for the first time like in forever, like no joke, forever. And thank goodness I use light weights because my husband's very sore today. I am pretty sore today, but I'm determined every other day I'm gonna go back to the gym, and I'm gonna just start with light weights, and we're gonna just start moving our body, right? Body in motion stays in motion. That's what they say. So you might have noticed I cut the ends off of my garlic, the hard end of my garlic, because I have arthritis really bad in my thumbs. And because of that, it makes it really hard for me to be able to squeeze. So you can peel your garlic if you want, but you don't need to peel your garlic. You can just stick it into the hopper with the skin on it. Use 2 hands, squish down, it'll come right out. You're gonna use the cleaning tool, which looks like this. And by the way, this is a replacement part that you can get. And if you can see, there's a little hook on the end of it. And that hook will go right into your garlic hopper here and pull out the garlic skin, so you don't have to have your hands smelling like garlic. So just put it with the skin on, aim and shoot. Make sure you aim. Back, oh gosh, years ago, I did a show. It was my 3rd show ever, and I ended up shooting garlic on a girl that was sitting really close to me. I was so nervous. I've come a long way. Now I'll shoot garlic on you, and I'll just be like, oh, sorry. So we're gonna let that start to cook, and we're gonna put this in our compost, and then I'm gonna teach you guys how to cut an onion if you haven't done that before. So it's a tip that my friend Joanne Wilhelm taught us when she did a little class with one of her cook friends. So first of all, you use your loser fingers so you don't lose a finger, right? And you choke up on your knife and you pinch your knife here, tip from Sue. Then you're gonna cut your onion from the root to the tip. So I used to cut my onions the other way, right? But you want to cut right through the root. You don't want to cut it this way. That's the way I used to cut it. And here's why. You're going to be able to, let me just cut the top part off. So you're going to keep the root intact. What you want is the root to stay intact so that when we're dicing the onions, we're not trying to keep it together, and it won't be slippery. It won't like slip off. And you're trying to use your fingers to hold everything together, okay? So we're gonna peel this off, and again, we're keeping the root intact. Just stick that over here for now. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna hold your knife, pinching it, and you're gonna cut towards your root just a bunch of little thin slices. And I'm not gonna use the whole onion because I don't need the whole onion for this recipe, but once you've cut into your onion, then you can just turn it sideways, and it's going to quickly dice your onion. Now this is just one way. Obviously, if you have the food chopper or the manual food processor, you can stick it in there and off it goes. But if you turn it sideways, then you have these perfect little diced onions for your recipe. Look at that. Perfect. Isn't that easy? So that was a great tip because I, of course, had no idea. I am the reluctant chef, so I had no idea how to do that before. I would always use my manual food processor, or I would use my food chopper, etc. So we're going to put these away, and I'm going to show you a new use for your manual food processor. Did you guys know that you can do like a dozen eggs in here? So brunch time, maybe you guys are doing a ham cheese brunch square, which uses a dozen eggs, or maybe you're using, you're doing a brunch with your friends and you're doing a frittata like what I'm doing. It's super easy to just scramble it all in here. You can scramble it with milk or with water, or heavy cream, depending upon what your ultimate destination for your eggs is going to be. Like sometimes I'll put in some cream cheese into my recipe. Oh, I got a fun tip for you guys. This is my friend Julieanne taught me this one. Did you know that if you take 2 eggs and you do that, only one will crack? Try it. It's crazy. I was like, what? And she's like, it's true, it's true. So she's a professional chef. She knows what she's talking about. So I trusted her. And the other thing is that you're supposed to crack your egg shells on a flat surface. I don't know if you saw that. Oh, I got a big red cardinal at my bird feeder. On the countertop, I know a lot of you guys crack it on the side of your bowl or the side of a countertop. No, crack it flat. Okay, so now we're just going to put this on here. Let me wash my hands. Hold on. You don't want egg slime, but I gotta stir my onions and garlic here. There we go. So we're gonna sweat out the onions a little bit in our cast iron skillet. We're gonna make sure that we've got a good start on the onions, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our potatoes in. But manual food processor, this is not a dozen eggs because I don't need a whole dozen for this recipe, but same thing. Oh, I forgot. This is the one that I dropped. So, manual food processor. Normally, you just crank the handle again and again and again. I dropped the cover and I have to get it replaced. I totally forgot about that. I'll have to get it. Can you hear the clicking noise? So, good opportunity to talk to you guys about the returns and exchange policy with Pampered Chef. So, every product has a return or exchange. 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, or lifetime on the knives and the professional cookware. So if you have a return or exchange that you need, you can just reach out to me and I can look up your order right on my website. Obviously, if you purchased it from me. If you didn't purchase it from me, we can call the home office and they can look you up based on your email. Or did you know you even can do your own online returns now? They've made it so easy. You can just sign into your account using your email and a password. And if you haven't done that, do that. Choose me as your consultant. And then you can do your online exchange right from there by clicking the product and answering the questions as to why it needs to be a return or exchange. So after I saute my onions and garlic for a little bit, I'm going to add my potatoes in. I'm going to add some salt and pepper, and I'm just going to let it cook for a little bit to soften the potatoes. If you're in a rush, a quick tip is I would take my potatoes, I'd put it in the micro cooker, and I'd stick it in the microwave with just a splash of water, and I would microwave it for like 3 to 5 minutes, depending upon how big your potatoes are. That'll get them a good start to the cooking, so it'll take a lot less time if you're in a rush to get breakfast on the table. So, thanks for watching The Reluctant Chef. There are some amazing specials this month. There are 5 sets that Pampered Chef put out for July only that are $59. And you can get the $59 sets at half price for $30. When you host a show in July with just $200 in sales, you can get any item or any set for 60% off, and then any item and any set for 50% off. Great deal this month. And there's one other way that I'd like you to consider hosting a party. It's called a shared rewards party. We call that our family and friends special. Remember the Gap? You used to be able to go and you have coupons and you could give it to your family and friends and they would get a discount. It's the same idea. So I am looking for 5 people that are willing to help pilot this family and friends idea. And so everybody that shops on that link will get a discount based on show sales. As soon as we hit $100 in sales, the discount kicks in and it goes from 2.5% all the way up to 25%. Now, if you're a past host, your 10% discount gets added to the 25% discount if that's the level we're on. And if you're buying one of those things that are already on discount, it's like crazy cheap. Plus, if you guys don't own a pressure cooker, let me tell you, this is the month. They have the pressure cooker on sale for 25% off. So host a show, get 60% off the 25%. It is crazy cheap. And I can teach you all kinds of ways to cook this summer without heating up your kitchen and turning your oven on. So let's talk. Reach out to me. I'll send you the specials. No obligation. I'll just give the information about it. And maybe that's one of the parties that you'd like to do. Thanks for watching The Reluctant Chef, guys. It is always great to see you. Let me know what you guys are cooking. And if you're in my VIP page, I know you're cooking food. Why aren't you posting your photos? I want to see what you guys are all cooking. See you soon.